you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood nigga's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now, before we get into the video, do me a favor real quick. Make sure you smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, hit that subscribe button. And if you're enjoying the content, please hit that notification bell so that every time I drop a video, you'll be the first one to get it. Now check me out. Before I get into the video, let me give a few shout outs, man, to some of my supporters. I'd like to give a shout out to OG, Chi-Town Sweetie. I'd like to give a shout out to Pamela E. I'd like to give a shout out to Brenda, the homeboy Marcus, and the homeboy David. Appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. Now, let's get right into it. Hey, I guess I was wishful thinking. I didn't want to believe it. You know what I'm saying? I did not want to believe that the brother Lil Jay would crash out like that. But reports are coming out. You know what I'm saying? And his manager has spoken out. And his manager said that it was a firearm. But he said that Lil Jay didn't get caught with the firearm. Lil Jay was in somebody else's house, and that's where the firearm came from. But at the same time, let me break something down to y'all about being on parole. Now, when you on parole, you can't be around no firearms unless the person is security, law enforcement, or licensed to carry a weapon. However, even though a person may be licensed to carry a weapon, the weapon cannot be in a position for the guy who's a felon that's on parole where he has access to it. What you saying, hood educated? This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. The gun got to be locked up. Not only that the gun has to be locked up, but the person that's on parole can't have no knowledge of the gun. If the person on parole is in the vicinity of a handgun, right, and the handgun is on the dresser, and the police come in there and they catch you in that room and that handgun is on that dresser, you booked. Your ass going down. You done violated your parole because you are not supposed to be around no firearms. Let me give y'all another example. If they came in the house, right, and Lil Jay was in the house, and when they found the firearm, it was not locked away, right? He booked. Because if he's free to roam around in that house, he's free to go get access to that weapon. The weapon has to be secured. If the weapon is not secured, I don't give a fuck if a motherfucker got a federal license for firearms. If the weapon is not secured and you a felony, your ass booked. So for my felons, for my brothers and sisters that's out here that got these felonies on their record, if you go inside a home and there's a firearm in that home, if you in the car and that motherfucker and it's not secured, get up out that car, get up out that home. Because if the police come in there, your ass booked. You looking at 5 years. In the state of Minnesota, felony in possession carries 5 years. And from my understanding, that's a universal law. So that right there applies to all the states throughout the United States. But the cold-blooded part about the whole thing is this right here. Lil Jay knew that shit. Come on, man. They tell you, man, before you leave the penitentiary, look, you can't be around no firearms. And they break it down to you. Look, your ass can't know. Right? And not only that, though, they tried to run a play. Anybody in their right mind, anybody that done did any time, understand that when you on parole and you catch a felony, you getting a parole hold. They gave them people that bond money for nothing. Anybody in their right mind understands that. Listen, save that money, put that money on a lawyer or something like that, because they finna put a hold on me. Now, the cold-blooded part about the whole parole hold is this right here. This is what they can do to Lil Jay. Lil Jay is a convicted murderer, right? So let's get that understood, right? Lil Jay is a convicted murderer. He don't got a felony for burglary. He don't got a felony for credit card fraud. He has what they call a serious felony where someone lost their life. This felony gonna be on Lil Jay for the rest of his life unless he get it expunged. So this is what they do to people like Lil Jay when they violate parole. They gonna say, oh, okay, well, you already understood that you weren't supposed to be around no handguns, and you was around a handgun, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna violate your parole and send you back to the penitentiary, right? And we're gonna hold you until you resolve that other case. Yeah. So Lil Jay might not see the light of day, regardless of what his manager is saying and all that old type of shit. I understand those is wishful thinkings and all that, but we're in another whole ball game. We talking about a convicted murderer. We ain't talking about no simple felony and none of that type of shit. We talking about a convicted murderer, right? This how it go, y'all. When they violate his parole, they gonna say, look, we gonna hold you until you deal with that other case. And then, for an example, let's just say if he speedy trialed the other case and he plead out. When he plead out, he still got to accept what the parole board got for him. He still got to accept that. And what they going to do is when you catch a felony while you on parole, they going to give your ass an extra point on top of that. So that 5 years that you going to get for the pistol might turn into 6.5 years, 7. 6 years, shit like that. Because anytime you catch a felony or you catch a case while you on parole, they giving you an extra point. So if you got 5 points, right, and your sentencing guideline says that you looking at 78 months, but you caught this crime while you was on parole, they gonna give your ass another point. So now your shit done went up to 86 months, 87 months, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a dirty game, man. But Lil Jay knew what time it was, man. You know you ain't supposed to be around no motherfucking pistols. It's an unfortunate situation, man. And I hate the fact that this brother is going through this. But at the same time, we make our bed and we lay in it. We make our bed and we lay in it. This hood educated, not lane related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. Continue to support the channel. Check out that merch, man. I believe it's something in there, man, that a lot of y'all will like. Peace and love.